for the day. We are outside. Been a minute since I've been out here. Well, on YouTube as well. Been really trying to pinpoint where these red-shouldered hawks are going to be at. Sometimes you just need to take a break and not post stuff just because you want to share with others, obviously, but to just take stuff in for yourself. So, but yeah, we're gonna go out here and we're gonna try to see if we can find something today and go forward from there. All right, essentially trying to get a pinpoint like where these red-shouldered hawks are going to be at, because it is mating season right now. And I've seen one over across this building over here. They're not the same area that they were last year, red-shouldered hawks. And been a little disappointing, obviously, because you want to get them in the same spot. But from what I was reading about them throughout their time frame of mating, they've spread their nest out. They don't just focus on one area. So it was convenient for me because it was right outside, right near where I live at. But it seems like I'm gonna have to make more of an adventure to go out and find them. So yeah, we're gonna do that. We are going to do that. Oh man, it just happened right in front of us. The red-shouldered hawk flew up here. And I see it. There it is. A crow's like chasing after it right now. It's crazy. All right. So funny enough, when I was trying to capture the red-shouldered hawk that was flying over me with these crows here, what happened is that my card, and I just realized all of my settings that I typically have for wildlife were all discombobulated, messed up, and yeah, needless to say, I wasn't as prepared like I thought it would be. And then also too, my SD card kept showing up. Card is protected, like I can't do anything with it. And it's been giving me issues with it as of lately, I would say. And it's a little annoying. Just means that I'm gonna have to suck it up, buttercup, and get a new SD card, essentially. But it's unfortunate, but hey, stuff like that happens. But it was so cool. The red-shouldered hawk flew right overhead, and it like was hovering. It looked like it was hovering right over me, and I missed that whole entire shot. But I got the experience, personal experience for myself, and which is always something I would never trade at that point in time, even though I can't share most of the stuff that I am able to capture on my camera here. And as you know, I do have as you can see here, I do have the R6 Mark II and the RF 100 or 500 millimeter lens. Been debating lately if I want to try out the telescope, the really high-end lenses. I ripped one of those out to see how the performance is of that glass. Been really contemplating it as of lately. Maybe I'll pull the trigger on it and see. I'm gonna rent it, obviously. I'm not gonna go out there and drop a few $1,000s on a lens. Yeah, not gonna be able to do that right now. It'll be nice though, it'll be nice. But if Canon wants to, help a brother out and wants to help me to be a small lens ambassador because of the size of my channel, then cool. I have no problem with doing that, trying out the glass, just to really see the difference in how it makes the image pop, obviously. Obviously there are different aspects of a lens, but I deal with a lot of the, what is it called? The lens refraction, and to where I get the layers, the discoloration on the outskirts of the, I guess the outline of the subject. And yeah, I don't want that blend at times. I try to put myself in perfect conditions to where I don't get that, but obviously, you know, stuff like this is going to happen whenever you're out in the open like this and you're not really in a controlled environment. So that's kind of like where I'm at with that. But yeah, trying it out for the very reason what I said is that just seeing how it looked and how it just makes the image feel more lifelike. Not to say that this lens doesn't. I think this is a really good lens, but you always want to test out the premium gear sometimes to see what the difference is, what the hype is, so that you can be able to give your, I guess, assessment on really the difference in that aspect of it. And then we have dogs barking at us, so yeah. But anyways, though, this is pretty cool. I don't see a nest as of yet, so I'm gonna try to go back down this way here, see if I can get a visual of a nest, see if there's a red-shouldered hawk nest, and just kind of go forward from there. But all right, cool. Catch you next one. Deuces. I can't see it with the GoPro here, but there's the osprey. It's not a red-shouldered hawk, but it's an osprey, and it's eating its catch right now, fish that I got in the nearby pond and lake over here. Pretty cool. Really black. But it's pretty dope to be able to capture that shot in the moment right now. I try to get multiple angles whenever I'm out here. You know, obviously it's eating, so it's gonna stay here for a good position. Obviously, whenever you're filming other wildlife, you may not have that luxury to be able to do so, but in this instance though, it's been pretty cool to be able to, you know, walk around this perimeter here and check out different types of spots to where I can create an image that I want. Like in this particular spot I'm in as of right now, I have the trees in the foreground while pointing directly up to the osprey here. It's dropping fish by fish right there on the ground. Bits of fish on the ground is chewing up, but yeah, I like getting those specific positions so that create some type of layer of depth, I would say, within the shot itself. So I don't know, it's pretty cool. I'm enjoying it so far, and I'm gonna get right back to it though. This osprey has stopped eating, and it keeps hearing the red-shouldered hawk's cry. And because it's hovering around, I got one glimpse or one shot of it, and where it was like flying overhead. It kind of reminded me of the scene in Batman, the first Batman in 1989, to where the Batwing's kind of like hovering around, going through the city and everything, Gotham City, and yeah, it was pretty dope, pretty cool. I just got that nostalgia flashback for a second, but yeah, the osprey is taking its time. It's eating, it hears the cry, and it stops, and it just looks around. It pauses for a second, looks up, and yeah. And then also to the smaller birds too, they have heard the cry as well, which is interesting. They start flying away, but a lot of the birds are dispersing from over this area over here, which is crazy. I think there may be a red-shouldered hawk over there too, but when they hear the cry coming from a certain direction, a lot of the birds, they just fly low, or they're flying. They obviously get away from it, which is pretty cool to see. But yeah, they're all dispersing actually over here by me, which obviously definitely fearful of a red-shouldered hawk. You probably don't want to be its next catch, I would say. Speaking of opportunities, I just missed, well, I didn't miss it all the way, but I missed an opportunity to where the The osprey was up there just eating. Like I said before, you could hear it, the red-shouldered hawk, but out of nowhere, the red-shouldered hawk came and just swooped down and tried to, I guess, get the osprey some catch. But the osprey was able to lift off, take off, and just leave and just fly away, obviously. But the red-shouldered hawk just continually just flew, you know, chase after for a little bit, and it just, yeah, it was pretty dope. I tried to get my camera ready, but that didn't work out the way I wanted it to. So, but I did get some shots of it though, which was pretty cool. So yeah, the osprey flew this way. So I want to see if I can find it somewhere. Took his fish and said, "Not today." Not today. I mean, obviously I want to get another shot of the red-shouldered hawk, but I want to see if I can get this osprey over here too, which would be pretty cool, pretty dope to capture. But yeah, doesn't look like it's over here though, which is fine. I've been out here long enough to where I'm content. That's what happens a lot of times when you're out here doing wildlife, is that you get the footage, you get the shots and everything that you want to capture, the photos, but also what happens is that you get the experience. Experience is always what matters most over everything. To kind of like remove yourself away from the camera and the lens, the kit that's standing in between you and the experience. So at least for me, that's what I've been learning more and more, is taking the experience and appreciate it and just enjoy it. As always, continue to appreciate the process, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Deuces. Yes, sir.